we're going to go from the 15th fastest rage quit all the way down to the fastest rage quit from the silver ranks, one after another. But what we're going to try and figure out is why the rage quit happened. We're going to try and see if we can get inside the minds of these silver players, figure out what it is that's tilting them, why they're leaving these games. And maybe, since it's silver, I'll throw in a couple of tips here and there if it seems like there's a really obvious thing that they could do differently that would drastically improve their chances of not tilting. Because I know that some people watching will also have these same mistakes in their gameplay. Coming in at number 15, Relb against Hawkeye. And yeah, you guys in chat can guess how fast you think it's going to be. The 15th fastest rage quit, I'll go ahead and tell you. A 41-second rage quit from Relb. Let's get into it. Let's see what happens. So, remember, this is silver, so the kickoffs are going to be a bit variable. Now, he didn't flip on his approach, but he did get a solid contact on the ball, wins the kickoff, doesn't turn on ball cam, and gets beaten to the punch. So, still a very good position here for Relb. He's trying to dribble without ball cam. That's definitely advisable, but it is difficult. It's something you really have to practice a lot before you get comfortable with it. Lots of ball cam being turned off here, but he blindly picks up a boost with ball cam on. Oh, he's been bumped. Okay, that's always a bad sign. And he's going to get scored on. So, not the ideal start there for Relb. He probably feels like he should have scored after that kickoff goal. That's definitely tilting. Probably not too happy about the bump. But he does have a reasonable kickoff. That's a couple of kickoffs that have gone quite well for him. More no ball cam usage. So, this is something I expect to see quite a lot of. Lots of no ball cam, and he's been beaten to the punch here. Tried the early challenge, gets scored on, and he's out of here. 41 seconds is all Relb was interested in. But yeah, there's really just, I think, a few key points here. Number one, he gets bumped. That's a very common thing about people who rage quit. Number two, he missed an open net on the kickoff because he didn't even go for it. And number three, way too much ball cam off. That's something we're probably going to see a lot of. And it's something that is, I think, quite common in the lower ranks. There are some players, I mean, type 1 in chat, if you've got a friend who plays Rocket League, and he prefers not to use ball cam, because I've run into this a lot in the past. There's lots of new players to the game especially who feel like they are performing to a higher level when they leave ball cam off, because they get lost with ball cam on and they get a bit disorientated. The thing is though, you definitely want to leave ball cam on for pretty much everything apart from grabbing boost, demos, and dribbling. Those are the only three things that you really need to turn ball cam off for. Everything else you leave ball cam on, especially striking, especially hitting the ball. Okay, so let's get into the second one here. This is the 14th fastest rage quit, and it is a 37-second rage quit from Rice Salad. He's got a beautiful car here. Something else I should probably talk about, and something else I expect to see a lot of variety from, is camera settings. We've got a very zoomed in camera here. Not sure I'm a big fan. And we've ran into the guy who stays in goal and kickoff. We've hit the ball straight at him 2 times. So that's not ideal, but okay, good recovery. And now we're in control. We've got the big boost, got the ball bouncing. That's a great setup, but unfortunately, a bit too difficult to get the line up on the shot. And yeah, this is another thing that silver players will have problems with, and even higher ranks than silver might have problems with, is actually putting shots on net that are threatening without completely taking yourself out of the game. Okay, our opponent stayed in goal again. This is definitely going to tilt him, isn't it? Yeah, that's going to be, yeah, he's just going to get tilted by that alone. And he's been dribbled. Oh, it's a bad bounce also. Some good finishing by the opponent, to be fair. He's out here. I'm not pausing this. Rice Salad has had enough. He takes 14th spot with a 37-second rage quit. But, I mean, this is a pretty easy one to understand. I think he's just a bit tilted that his opponent's staying in goal and he can't do anything about it. Because when your opponent stays in goal and kickoff, you probably feel like you should be able to punish that. And he didn't punish it, so yeah, he's just like, I'm out of here. This is annoying me. There's no one to blame. I'm done. It's a Rice Salad out here. You guys think it's a smurf? I don't know. I mean, he literally just stayed in goal 2 times. How is that smurf? Like, he just stayed in goal, and then he scored 2 open nets. It's not that crazy. I don't think that necessarily means he's a smurf. Maybe he is. I don't know. Maybe. But in 37 seconds, I don't think you've got enough evidence to call somebody a smurf there. He literally just scored 2 open goals. Not silver touches. I mean, there were open nets. You just got to put the ball in the goal. Nothing in your way. Anyway, let's move on here. Let's go to the next one. Coming in at number 13, and it is going to be Goat Balls 94. Goat Balls 94 in the Takumi. A bit more normal camera settings. Maybe a bit low here. Let's find out. Okay, we missed the boost in the corner after winning a kickoff. More ball cam is staying off a long time here. I'm not too sure about that, and that is a goal for the opponent. Like I said earlier, lots of ball cam off. I think it happens more often in the lower ranks, but definitely something that new players like to try. Whoa, we got flip reset kickoff, look out. He did have a flip there if he needed it. Although I don't think he could use it because the back of his car was touching the ground, so he got the flip reset, then he couldn't use it. He's lost the ball. The opponent's missed the open net, and now he's ready for a big wall play. Here we go. Air dribbles off the wall. Oh my goodness, he still doesn't have ball cam. Go Balls! Turn on ball cam, my guy! What are you doing? You can't air dribble without ball cam. Well, you can, but... Oh, come on, man. Just turn on ball cam. Just leave it on. Leave it on. I mean, I respect the effort. He really did try. Let's just take another angle on this. See how far away... Yeah, he was pretty far away from the ball, to be honest. But, I mean, it was a good try. Good try by Goat Balls there. This guy's a Marky Duda fan. Yeah, that's true. Marky Duda he used to like doing wall shots with no ball cam back in the day. Very, very true. Very true. That was a long time ago. I'm not sure if Goat Balls knows who Marky Duda is these days. But yeah, understandable rage quit there. What was it? It was 33 seconds. So yeah, let's just check. Yeah, 33 seconds just to prove it. I've not paused this. It is in fact a rage quit. Goat Balls is out of here. Flip reset kickoff didn't work. Not enough ball cam. I think we're going to see a lot of that today, but let's continue. So let's get into 11th equal. There are actually two players who have finished off 11th place today in the overall standings, and this is getting very, very tight actually. So we had a 33-second rage quit there from Goat Balls. Now it is time for a 32-second rage quit from Jeshi Reform. So let's see what he gets up to here. Okay, now he's going to stay in goal. So we've got a bit of a mix-up here. Oh no, you don't stay in goal with this kind of goalkeeping, buddy. Oh. I mean, enjoy it while it lasts. I'm going to say, okay, about the staying in goal strategy on kickoff, enjoy it in the lower ranks. You're not going to get a chance to do that for the ranks pretty much gold all the way through to, I'd say, Champ 3, maybe even low Grand Champ. It isn't a strategy that's viable. It actually becomes viable again at the absolute highest level, like Supersonic Legend, basically pro level 1v1. Suddenly staying in goal is kind of a thing that players do again because their defense is so good. Oh dear. Oh no, it's the nightmare. Oh, he scored himself. He's gone. 32-second rage quit, and you can understand it. You can understand it. We've all been here. This is literally my game from This Is Me. This is me 4 years ago. 5 years ago, maybe. Literally me. Literally, type 1 in chat if this is you. Like when you started playing Rocket League. This is two problems that, I mean, everybody can relate to. So probably what happened here, I'm guessing, but probably what happened is in the previous game, Jeshi Reform lost to a guy who is staying in goal on kickoff. So this is his first time trying it. He thinks, I'm going to stay in goal. I'm going to cheese my opponent. Here he is, cheesing the opponent. The opponent sees him, and then he messes up the save. He wasn't ready for this. He thought that he was going to get a free goal. Instead, he gets scored on. So already not the start he was looking for. But I think even more relatable is this save attempt here. This is actually something that everyone will struggle with in the lower ranks, because when you see the ball coming straight at your goal like this, you just think, well, what are you supposed to do? How do you stop that? How do you stop this? Not like that. Not like that. That's not how you stop it. But I'll give you guys a tip. If this is something you struggle with, what you want to do is just try and like give yourself a bit of an angle to work with. Instead of going straight back towards your goal like Jeshi Reform is and scoring yourself, you want to steer out to the left or the right a little bit. So he's all the way back. Where is he? Oh, here he is. So instead of going straight back to goal, you want to turn left a little bit, maybe get in this kind of area, because then when the ball reaches you, you're going to be in a good position to come in sideways. You don't have to like get the perfect touch as the ball's coming straight at you. You do a little slide around to the side, gives you an easy angle to clear the ball, and it helps you with your depth perception so you can hit it at the right time. But yeah, we've all been here. This is a very common common mistake when you're new to the game, and new to 1v1 especially. Just give yourself more of an angle to work with, go around a little bit, and you're going to have a great time with these overhead clears, or these overhead saves, I should say. Okay, let me just hide this again. That was 11th equal. Let me show you the other 11th place finish, and it's actually the second appearance of our boy Rice Salad. He's back again, and unfortunately he's losing again. So Rice Salad, probably one of the most tilted players in the entire world. He's back at it again. So no flip on the way to the ball and kickoff. Obviously that's something you want to try and integrate in your game when you are getting up there in the ranks. Well, the opponent's totally baiting him here. He's gone for it. So I mean, sometimes you just got to go for it. You got to see if your opponent is actually in trouble. But that was kind of well played by the opponent there. He made it look like he was in trouble, but he actually had control. He did a nice pop of the near post, so fair play. The opponent got the outplay. Rice Salad went for it. Very risky play, but he did get punished for it. So sort of an open net there for Rice Salad. Goes for the bump, misses the bump. That's a little bit tilting, and he's faked himself. Rice Salad! Prezu's not even near the ball. I'm just going to show again. I've not paused this. That is the end of the game. He totally faked himself here. Open net miss. Miss on the bump. This is the most unlucky player ever. I mean, look at that. He actually just can't see Prezu. Prezu might have actually faked him here, but yeah, if this is something you want to avoid happening to you, what you want to do is basically what Rice Salad did. You want to get between your goal and the ball, which is where exactly where he is. But then the key is you need to flip into the ball, because if they fake you and you flip into the ball, at least you're hitting the ball. And if they don't fake you, if they go for a flick here and you flip into the ball, also you're hitting the ball. So it's a win-win. Now this would have probably been a bit awkward. Maybe he would have hit the ball past him, so it still would have been a winning play. But yeah, tricky one for Rice Salad. Second entry, he finishes 11th and 14th. Both. So double entry here for Rice Salad. But it's time to get into the top 10. And we're going straight to 9th place. We've got a 9th equal. Rice was a smurf. He got outplayed thoroughly. Why are you guys all saying he's a smurf? I don't understand. What makes you think he's a smurf? I don't get this. All the Rice Salad games. Okay, time for Lil Pine Sol. Lil Pine Sol. He's a G2 esports fan, clearly. Repping them in the one scene. Big kickoff win, delays the flip a little bit, gets a solid hitbox, and you never know, that might just be a goal. He's going for it, and a nice save by the opponent. So extremely all-in move. He's actually going to fly off the inside of the post already, just celebrating by the looks of things on behalf of his opponent. Yeah, he realized his mistake here. He went way too aggressively for a shot with no boost to recover with, and then he got crushed on the counter. So fair enough. Not the worst thing to happen. It happens. Another very big commit at the near post, but notice he doesn't flip this time. Goes for the bump on the exit. I like a lot of this. He didn't flip in the opponent's corner. Went for the bump on the exit. Oh, he's just taking his eyes off the opponent though. Gets demoed. And he is out of here. Doesn't even have time to respawn. I mean, I'm gonna keep saying it. You gotta keep ball cam on, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't keep ball cam on, occasionally, like on this run back to his corner, you should be able to roughly pick up that boost blind. You know where it is if you've played Rocket League a fair bit, and you've got such a long road ahead of you there. You can turn on ball cam a little bit when you're on your way back, then turn it off again to pick up the boost, turn it back on just to see what your opponent's doing, just see what's up. But yeah, that's pretty brutal. He didn't even respawn. He literally just leaves the game. He just navigates his way through that main menu and gets the menu back to the main menu and secures 9th place, top 10 in the fastest finishes in silver. But it is 9th place equal because we've got Mr. Idol, who also has a 31-second finish here. Very, very close stuff here. A lot of Ragequits in the 30-second range. Mr. Idol here against Not Kane. More no flipping on kickoff. And this does happen when neither player flips on the way to the ball on kickoff. You can sometimes get this awkward interaction where you both just keep flipping into it and nothing's really happening. So yeah, you definitely want to try and get good at that. It's one of the first things you should do if you want to get good at 1v1. Just practice flipping on the way to the ball on kickoff. Gets you there faster, saves a bit of boost, gives you a bit more momentum when you arrive at the ball. So, going to try an early challenge here. Not a bad dribble actually by Not Kane, but at least Mr. Idol has forced him wide. Oh dear, I'm not sure about that one though. That was I mean, the challenge was suspect, but it wasn't that bad. Come on, the game isn't going that badly. I mean, he dribbled you one time. I wouldn't even say that your opponent dribbled you here, though. He literally just touched the ball and then you flip past it into the wall. This isn't... Why would you rage quit here? I feel like he was doing okay in this match. I don't know. He wasn't. Clearly, the opponent knows how to dribble. Maybe that's enough to tilt him out of the game. Maybe he's thinking, nah, this guy can dribble. I'm not having it. You know, it isn't fun when you're going up against a guy who can dribble. In silver, it's definitely not enjoyable. So Mr. Idol had enough there. Gets 9th place overall. We're still in the 30-second mark. We're gonna go for 8th place here. 30-second rage quit. It's Grino or Grino. I don't know how you say it. Grino 0508. So let's take a look at his POV of this one and see if we can figure out why he's had enough of this game. Against Shaw MC. So again, no flipping on the way to the ball. A lot of these silver players have got good flips into the ball when they get to the ball, but it's just the getting to the ball that's the problem. And maybe like adding a flip on the way to the ball would reduce the quality of their contact when they hit the ball. But I think overall it's something you just have to just do. You just got to get used to doing it. So already 1-0. Grino gets beaten to the punch here. Nothing too crazy though. I mean, I wouldn't say that he's too tilted by this. Yeah, the opponent's getting there faster. The difference is that Grino's got a better flip into the ball. He's actually hitting the ball a lot more solidly. You are joking. No way. I mean, fair enough. Fair enough. That is probably the best reason to rage quit that I've seen in silver. We just got pinch gold. I mean, you guys are saying smurf. I don't know. What do you guys reckon? Is it a smurf? Let's watch this play. That's a pretty clean flip. Yeah, this could be a smurf. Alpha boost and a pinch. Yeah, I think he might have just got smurfed on. Fair enough. Fair enough. He air rolled into the pinch. No speed flip. Of course, somebody's going to criticize the guy. The thing is, though, the crazy thing about Rocket League is seeing a pinch goal these days in 2021. Just the fact that there is a pinch goal is not sufficient evidence of it being a smurf by itself. That's how far the game has come. Like, there are air dribble specialists in gold, you know? There are people who can score air dribbles in gold. They just can't do anything else. There are people who can score pinches in silver. They just can't do anything else. But yeah, this guy did a pretty nice flip on the way to the ball on the kickoff, so I reckon this is probably a smurf. But yeah, I had to show you guys this because it is pretty ridiculous. Pinch goal in silver, can you believe it? It might not even be a smurf. It might just be somebody playing their first ever ones games. Not necessarily a smurf. I'm not trying to like call out this guy. I think smurf is just the word that we associate with players who are too good for their rank, but it's not always a smurf. Sometimes somebody just never played that game mode before and doesn't have any MMR in it, and now he's like, right, time to get some ones MMR. Anyway, let's get into what are we on to now? 7th place overall. We've broken the 30-second mark, and we've broken the barrier by a long way. We're down to 21 seconds here, and I have no idea what these camera settings are. This is bizarre. Everyone in low rank, everyone playing Rocket League, just copy a pro's camera settings. Just go to Wikipedia, Rocket League, copy their settings. Hey, we're winning here. We're winning. Excellent start. So maybe... How does it go so wrong in the next 10 seconds that we rage quit from a 1-0 lead? How can it go that wrong? Let's find out. I mean, there's only another 10 seconds of the game before the rage quit happens. So I don't know how on earth it can go badly from there. Why? Why? Why would you rage quit this? It's 1-1. It doesn't make any sense at all. He just leaves because the other guy scored a wall shot. The other guy drove into the ball and it bounced on target. That, come on, man. Maybe he queued up 1v1 by mistake or something. I don't know. Maybe he didn't want to be here. Why would you leave it 1-1? So the other guy just drove into the ball. It's nothing special. Not like you got styled on. But yeah, Uniseal wasn't having it. He just had enough. Uniseal, 21 seconds. He saw what all he had to see. He's like, yep, can't compete with that kind of wall shot. I am out of this game. I was going to say though, yeah, just on the topic of camera settings, it's if you enjoy playing Rocket League with different settings, I mean, it's possible to get very good with different settings. Lethimer's got quite unique settings. He got extremely good with those. Gengar's got very different settings. He got very good with those. It's not impossible to get good with completely outlandish settings. It is very, very hard though, and unless you have a ton of time to put into Rocket League and to grind the game, you probably just want to copy a pro's settings because they've been tried, they've been tested. There's a reason that they're the best. They give you good vision, good, they give you good overall games vision, good vision of your car, good vision of the ball. Just a very balanced kind of setup. Okay, so we've got another guy staying in goal here, Xanon, and he actually gets scored on. Now, I think there's something to talk about there. So he's staying in goal on the kickoff. He's doing it again. Okay, let's see what he does here, because last time he went for the shot, he just gets dribbled. So yeah, this is kind of why it doesn't work higher up in the ranks. Freeze? Did it freeze? Nah, if it's freezing, guys, it's probably on your end, because I'm not having any lag here. Oh no! Oh dear, Zeno. His strat didn't work, and he took about 5 seconds to actually leave the game. Let's count this. So he stays in goal 2 times in a row. First time, actually, interestingly, on the first one, this is quite an interesting one. You can see that his only plan is to score here. He's only thinking, let me receive the ball and take a shot. Because look at this, he's like, bang! But he didn't realize that, when the ball comes at me at this awkward angle and I'm not ready for it, then maybe I shouldn't take a shot. I should try and control it to the corner, go for the boost. But yeah, a lot of people are kind of tunneled. When they go for this strategy to stay in goal, they just want to score immediately. They want that, immediate dopamine release from their brain. But yeah, it doesn't really work at higher ranks, so don't rely on that. Don't rely on free goals from staying in goal. Most of the really, really good players who do this, who stay in goal on kickoffs, they actually do it on the diagonal spawn. They'll half flip onto the corner boost and then go into the goal. Or they'll just go straight to goal on the diagonal spawn. Not the straight spawn though. Straight spawn, it doesn't really work. It's too easy to spot you, and it's too easy to counter. So I wouldn't recommend it. But if you're on the diagonal spawn, yeah, go for it. A little bit of experimentation. That being said, if you just want to have some fun with it, if you really do find enjoyment from staying in goal and just outsmarting people from the very first kickoff in a game, if you like to do that and it's just a fun thing to do, what I would recommend is don't do it on the first kickoff. Do it, or maybe the first kickoff, okay, because you might catch them off guard. But actually, I'd say save it for later in the game, and you're probably gonna have more success with it. Because if you go for a couple of kickoffs, then your opponent just thinks you're gonna go for the next one because you've gone for them. Then you stay in goal. But on the first kickoff in the game, your opponent's probably thinking a bit more about, okay, I don't know this guy, let me make sure that he doesn't do anything weird here. Especially in Silver, where a lot of people stay in goal. So maybe condition them a little bit by going for the ball, and then you can mix this in. Because I know it's a fun strategy I know it's a strategy that some of you want to try, and I want to advise you on how I think you can incorporate it with more success. Let's continue. So it's time to go to 4th equal. We're skipping 5th. We've got 2 4th equal entries here. And we are really chopping a lot of time off these. So this is going to be fast. It's Zergalin. And he's really low down here. Very low angle on the ball. And he's got a permanent flip. He's on the ball. I mean, it didn't work out that well, but that was one of the most unique things I've ever seen in the history of Rocket League. He had the perma flip. He was on the ball, literally. Not even a figure of speech here. Oh no! Don't do it! No! Oh no! Okay, is he playing on? Wow! Oh no! It's all gone wrong! Oh, that's the perfect storm of tilt. I don't think I've ever seen 13 seconds of more tilting Rocket League than this. This might be the most tilting 13 seconds I have ever witnessed. Let's get an action replay here of the entire game because it only was 13 seconds. First of all, we have the permanent flip. He's just on the ball, but he can't do anything about it. Doesn't use the flip. Unfortunate beginnings. We're gonna skip a little bit here. So he loses a kickoff. Own goals for absolutely no reason. I mean, that was totally no reason to do that. That one is just straight into the net. And then he's Roniki'd the kickoff. So yeah, that's a little bit unfortunate. That is probably the most understandable rage quit that I have ever seen. I mean, if you told me that there's a 13-second rage quit in this episode and it makes perfect sense, I wouldn't believe you. I'm thinking to myself, nah. How do you rage quit in 13 seconds? What can go wrong in 13 seconds? How much can go wrong? Well, there you go. That's how much can go wrong in 13 seconds. Zerglin, I feel so bad for that guy. Oh, that was rough. But hey, 4th equal in the fastest rage quits. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We've got another one just as fast as that, and 3 that are even faster. So let's get into them. Starting off with King Tootsie. King Tootsie against Pure Fancy 65. Not a bad flip there, actually. Looked pretty clean. Okay, we've missed the boost, and I don't even know why we're going for it in the first place. Buddy, you gotta go to your goal. He's just shooting. Where are we going? I had high hopes after the kickoff looked as clean as it did. This was a good kickoff, but then he just didn't go back to goal. Oh no, it's happened again. No. Wait, he's missing. Oh no, he's not missing. Oh, I love that. You can see the thought process here. This is fantastic. Look at this. He messes up the kickoff, tries to recover, and then he's ready to leave the game. There he is. He's stopped moving. He's opened the menu. He's scrolling down to leave game. Then he sees this and he's like, wait a minute. No. Oh, no, never mind. He leaves the game. He's like, oh, maybe we can play on it. No. And then he quits. So, yeah, that's a forfeit right there, just in case anyone is wondering. Pretty unfortunate. Another 13-second rage quit. I mean, it really does put into perspective how quickly things went wrong for Zerglin, though. This is the same length game, and we only saw like maybe 2 tilty things. So, anyway, let me get the next one up here. We are getting really, really fast here. Top 3, 3rd place overall in the silver category for fastest rage quits. Here it is. It's FZ Noah 28 /. And this is a Cynet player, so he's literally named himself with a slash in his name. And he's AFK! And Lil Suffy's not feeling any mercy here. He doesn't feel bad for him being AFK. Oh, he's gone for the stay in goal strategy. And he gets dribbled. That isn't good. That's not a good 7 seconds of gameplay. So we're AFK. We try and cheese the opponent. It doesn't work. Are we going to go for we're going for more cheese. It literally just failed. Why would you do this again? Yeah, you're asking for it. I mean, we don't even look like we're the best goalkeeper in the world. I've got to say, this is probably the worst strategy I've ever seen in a 1v1. I've never seen 10 seconds of worse strategy than this. Like, why? Why would you stay in goal 2 times in a row? I mean, 1 time, fair enough. You were AFK on the first kickoff. You want to cheese him. You want to stay in goal, get your goal back. Doesn't work, though. I mean, if your opponent is dribbling at you like this and you are, there's really 2 things you can do if your opponent's dribbling at you. You want to either go as fast as you can at them, try and get to them as quickly as possible, put a challenge in as quickly as you can, or stay in the goal. Don't do what we're doing here, which is kind of drive off the line and then jump up in the air. Doesn't really work that well. It's not that effective. We see it again here. We'll watch it one more time. Because I know you guys are, whenever I tell you stop doing the strategy, you're not listening. So there we go. Where are we when we're trying to save this shot? We're not in the goal. You want to be in the goal. If you're going to save this reactively, you want to be in the goal, and then you drive forward at the ball and save it as it's about to cross the line. That's the timing you want here. You don't want to be driving off the line before the shot comes in. Then you can't react to it. See, our flip is way too late. The ball's already past us. So, you know, if you insist, which I know a lot of you guys do, if you insist on doing this cheesy strategy where you stay in goal, then you must know a few things. Number 1, I wouldn't recommend doing it right out the gate. Condition your opponent to not expect it. Go for a few kickoffs and then you do your stay in goal strategy. Mix it up. And secondly, don't rely on them just hitting the ball at you. I know the dream situation is that they flip into the ball, it rolls right at you, and then you just score with a long shot. I know that's the dream. It's not going to happen most of the time. People are going to see you in there. They're either going to shoot the ball at you high or they're going to dribble most of the time. This is what's going to happen. So when that happens, you've got to, like, if they shoot the ball high, try and clear it to the corner, first of all. Try to save a little bit of boost. They're going to boost starve you. If they dribble you, you got 2 choices. Charge or stay in goal. Don't do what we did here, which creep off the goal line late and then just, you know, look at the flip there. There's no time for a human to react to this. It's too late. But yeah, anyway, let's move on to number 2. We've still got 2 more to go here, and coming in at number 2 is Tofuego with a 9-second rage quit. 9 seconds. Have you ever rage quit a game in 9 seconds? I don't think I have. Well, maybe I have when I just realized, oh, I've got to go. You know, I don't think I've rage quit, but I've probably left a game that quickly. Okay, this guy's he's got the Viking helmet on. I don't know what it's called in Rocket League. And he's a Gengar fan. So, like I said earlier, there. If you want to do this, go for it. Just know, it's not common for a reason. And we've got massive overseer on the power slide turn, and he's out of here. GG to Fuego. Probably. Do you know what I've got? I've got a good theory here. I think I know what happened. So our friend here to Fuego, he was playing Valheim, most likely. Everybody's playing Valheim these days. And then he thought, you know what? Maybe he died in Valheim. Maybe he died in Valheim. He got tilted in that game, and he thinks, can't be bothered corpse running. Died in the stupidest place. I'm just gonna go play some Rocket League. You don't need to corpse run in Rocket League. When you get demoed, your car just comes straight back. So he just goes plays Rocket League, gears up his car like a Viking because he's in the Valheim kind of vibe. But then he gets scored on 1-0 in 1v1, and he's like, I've had enough. I'm going back to. So he's probably gone back to corpse run in Valheim right now. That's most likely what's happened here. Still, congrats to him on taking second place in the fastest rage quits of all time. Also, spoiler, I don't know how old that replay is. Actually, maybe I do. Yeah, I think that replay was actually before Valheim existed. So my theory's wrong. But anyway, let's move on to number 1. The winner of the fastest rage quit in silver with a 5-second rage quit is Stinky Steve. Let me just get his POV set up here. Let's see what Stinky Steve's got to deliver for us here against Reda Rabbit. He's got a disgusting car. Flips into the ball one time. It doesn't go too well. Pretty casual route back to goal. Steve! We gotta have more resolve than this. We're not gonna climb the ranks if we give up this easily. Where's the effort? Where's the drive? Where's the acceleration? Come on, man. This is so lazy. I mean, listen. I know we're on Twitch, so probably nobody plays sports, but have any of you ever played sports? Press 2 in chat if you played sports for like a team or like, I don't know, at school or anything. Okay, so actually a lot of you guys are pretending that you played sports. Good, so you can relate. Have you ever had the guy on your team who doesn't want to defend? He's super lazy. He just sits in attack all game, never comes back to help your team defend. I'm sure you can all relate to this guy. I'm sure you've all had that guy in your team in the past. Literally just never runs back. You've seen him running into attack a lot because he likes attacking, he likes scoring, likes the glory, but he never runs back to defense. He's thinking, nah, defending, my teammates can do that. I'll be there in about half an hour. And he's just walking back, This is the Rocket League version of walking back from Stinky Steve. Where's the flip? Where's the effort? How are you supposed to get there if we're just walking? Literally, Steve. I mean, we're side by side with the opponent. We're not accelerating. We've reached peak speed that we can get without any boost. You got to flip here. How are you lazy in a video game? The thing is, though, this is actually a thing in Rocket League. You can get Rocket League teammates like this. They're lazy in Rocket League. They go into the other team's half, they steal the 100 boost, and then upon stealing the 100 boost, they turn around and they start just joyriding back into your half. They're not using any boost, they're not flipping, they're just casually driving back into defense while you're trying to defend 1v2 or 1v3. Your teammate's off doing who knows what in the middle of nowhere. So we can all relate. We've all had that guy in our team. Don't be that guy. It's a video game, for crying out loud. Double tap the X button. Flip. Use some of that boost. Get into defense. You got to get into... It really is so annoying. It's something it triggers me so much when I'm defending and I just see my teammate driving off to get the other team's boost. And then I see him slow-mo coming back. I'm like, yeah, in your own time, buddy. No rush. No rush. Let me make another save. Yeah, don't worry about it. Nah, I'm doing fine over here with my 10 boost. Trying to defend against 2 people, avoiding demos. Yeah, just take your time. Yeah, just save all the 100. Yeah, I'm sure you guys can relate to that. Back to Silver Rage Quits. Congrats to Stinky Steve on being so lazy that he's won the fastest Rage Quit award for Silver. There's always a chance that he accidentally queued up 1v1 here and then he gets scored on a kickoff goal. He's like, nah, you know what? I'm going to go play 2v2. I can blame my teammate. So, yeah, that's it, guys. That's the silver edition of Fastest Rage Quits. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Congrats to all 14 players who featured here. We had one repeat, Rice Salad, in there twice. Good luck. He's probably played more games than anybody. His games are averaging about 35 seconds. He's probably played a lot of Rocket League.